Hello English learner. Welcome to Learn Master English channel, a channel for learning Master English fast and efficient. In this video, we will learn English through love story. Simple love story for Learn English. Love in the Little Bookshop. Chapter 1. The Meeting. Emma had always loved books. She grew up surrounded by them, finding comfort in their pages when the world felt too loud. Her favorite place in the world was a little bookshop on the corner of Maple Street. It was small, cozy, and smelled of old paper and fresh coffee. The owner, Mrs. Thompson, had known Emma since she was a child, and now, at 22, Emma worked there part-time while finishing her literature degree. One quiet afternoon, while Emma was arranging a new stack of books on the shelves, the doorbell jingled. She turned to see a tall young man step inside. He had dark, slightly messy hair and warm brown eyes. He looked around as if he wasn't sure he belonged there. "Can I help you?" Emma asked, smiling. The young man hesitated. Yeah, I need a book, but I don't know which one." Emma tilted her head. "What kind of book do you like?" "I don't really read much," he admitted, rubbing the back of his neck. "But my sister loves books, and it's her birthday soon. I want to get her something special." Emma's smile grew. "That's really sweet. How old is she?" "She's 17. Emma thought for a moment, then walked over to a shelf and pulled out a book. "This one is perfect. It's about adventure, friendship, and finding yourself. I think she'll love it." The young man took the book and read the title. "That sounds great. Thanks." As he reached for his wallet, Emma asked, "What's your name?" "Jack." "I'm Emma." Jack smiled. "Nice to meet you, Emma." Chapter 2. A New Routine. Jack came back the next week. This time, he wasn't looking for a book for his sister. "I think I actually want to try reading something myself," he admitted. Emma grinned. "Really? What changed?" Jack shrugged. "You seemed really passionate about books. I figured maybe I should see what the fuss is about." Emma handed him a mystery novel. "Start with this. It's got suspense, action, and a bit of humor." Jack took it, looking doubtful. "If I don't like it, can I come back and complain?" Emma laughed. "Of course." But Jack didn't come back to complain. A few days later, he returned, eager for another recommendation. "That book was actually good," he said. "I didn't think I'd like reading, but I couldn't put it down." And so, a new routine began. Jack visited the bookshop every week, sometimes even twice, always asking Emma for a new book. Their conversations grew longer, moving beyond books to life, dreams, and childhood memories. Chapter 3. First Date. One evening, as Emma was closing the shop, Jack lingered by the counter. "Hey, Emma," he said. "Would you like to get coffee with me sometime?" Emma looked up, surprised. "Like, as friends?" Jack chuckled. "No, like a date." Emma felt her cheeks warm. "I'd like that." Their first date was at a small cafe down the street. They talked for hours. Jack told her about his dream of becoming an architect, how he had always wanted to design libraries. "I guess in a way, we both love books," Jack said with a grin. Emma laughed. "I think that means we're meant to be." Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Their love grew, steady and strong, like a well-written novel unfolding page by page. Chapter 4. A Love Written in Ink. One day, Jack surprised Emma with a small notebook. "What's this?" she asked, flipping through the blank pages. "A book," he said, "for you to write your own story." Emma's heart swelled. She had always dreamed of writing, but had never believed she could. Jack took her hand. "You always help people find their stories in books. I think it's time you write your own." Emma started writing. Every night she poured her thoughts into the pages of the notebook Jack had given her. And as she wrote, she realized something. Jack wasn't just a part of her life. He was becoming her favorite story. Chapter 5. The First Fight. But love, like any good story, had its conflicts. One rainy evening, Jack arrived late for their date. Emma sat alone in the cafe, checking the time. When he finally showed up, she crossed her arms. "Jack, this is the third time you've been late." "I know, I'm sorry," he said, running a hand through his wet hair. "I got caught up with work." Emma sighed. "I get that you're busy, but I feel like I'm always waiting for you." Jack looked guilty. "I didn't mean to make you feel that way." For the first time, there was tension between them. Jack reached for Emma's hand, but she hesitated. "I just need to know I'm important to you," she said quietly. Jack took a deep breath. "You are, Emma, more than anything." They talked, and by the end of the night, the storm outside had passed, just like the storm between them. Chapter 6. A grand gesture. To make it up to her, Jack planned a surprise. One evening, he led Emma to a quiet rooftop overlooking the city. There, under the twinkling lights, was a table with her favorite books stacked neatly beside a candlelit dinner. Emma gasped. "Jack, this is amazing." Jack smiled. "I know I've been busy, but I want you to know you're always my priority." Emma's heart melted. She hugged him tightly. "You're my favorite story, Jack." Chapter 7. A Future Together. Years passed. Emma published her first novel, dedicated to the boy who made me believe in love stories. Jack became an architect and built a library in their town, a place filled with books, just like Emma's little bookshop. On the day of the library's grand opening, Jack stood on the steps, holding a small box in his hands. "Emma," he said, kneeling before her, "you've always given people stories. Now I want to write ours together forever. Will you marry me?" Tears filled Emma's eyes as she nodded. "Yes, Jack. 1,000 times yes." And just like that, their love story continued. Written not just in books, but in the moments they shared, the laughter they exchanged, and the love that blossomed between them. Because some love stories don't just end. They live on in every page, every word, and every heart that believes in them. Thanks for watching till the end. I hope you find this video helpful and you can master English quickly. If you want more about English learning tips and up-to-date English learning video tips, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more English learning tips. And we will put new great content every single day. And don't forget to give thumbs up and comment below if have some question. See you on the next video.